All right, so here are your Unit 1 and Unit 2 midterm review topics that both the classes kind of voted on. Unit 1 topics that you chose were Topic 2 and Topic 5. Unit 2 topics were Topic 2, 4, and 5. So this is a mixture between Period and 4 and Period and 5 classes. Now, I'm actually not going to do all of these because I was looking around and there's already YouTube videos on a lot of this stuff. So go figure. Good thing about the internet, stuff sticks around on it for a long, long time. So topic 2 was actually a misprint. It shouldn't have been in Unit 1. Topic 2 was part of 5.2. So go ahead and look at your 5.2 notes and see if you can understand how to do those problems. And then if you still have problems with it, then we'll go over it in class. Topic 5, be able to solve absolute value inequalities. That's one that we actually didn't go over on a YouTube video. So this video will basically be just this one. Topic 2 on Unit 2, the writing equations. If you look at YouTube videos 2.4 and 2.5, that'll show you guys how to do those. Topic 4 was graphing piecewise functions. Look at my YouTube video 2.7 for the honors class, and that'll help you with that. And graphing absolute value functions is YouTube video 2.8. So go ahead and look at those videos, go through them, and then that'll show you how to do these 3 topics right here. So topic 5 is the only one that doesn't have a YouTube video, so that's the one I'll be doing right now. Just kidding. I meant now. All right, so Unit 1, Topic 5, be able to solve absolute value inequalities. So first off, I want to go over very briefly what these look like. So you have the absolute value of something, and then an inequality, and then something on this side. Okay. Now, if you notice, I put a less than symbol and a greater than symbol on this side. So I do want you guys to understand what this actually means because I could format the question to ask any part of this. So the absolute value means the distance from 0. So technically what this is saying is the distance from 0 of x is less than 3. So if you think about the distance from 0, so we'll put 0 right here. Now, if the distance is 3, then it'd go out, obviously, out to 3 this way and out to -3 this way. Now, that's if it actually made it out to 3, it would be 3. Now, if the distance is less than 3, that means that you don't go all the way out to 3, because that distance is 3. You want a distance that's less than 3. So less than 3 would be all of this part right here. Now the thing is not only is the distance less than 3, they're going this way, but since distance doesn't really matter with the negatives, the distance from 0 to -3 is also 3, but anything smaller than that's also right here. So the distance from 0 is less than 3 means all of your points, not including 3 and -3s, but all the points in between. So you would shade basically this part right here. Okay, so that's what that actually means. Now, if you actually separated these two, what that would look like is this would be x is greater than -3, and x is less than 3, and it's a and because it's shaded in between. Okay. So if you look at this, though, what happened here was actually we split this into 2 parts from this concept right here. X was smaller than a -3, which means you're going this way, and x is, greater than -3, which is going to the right, and x is less than 3, which is going this way. Now, if you look at this one, same kind of concept. You're starting at 0. Going out to 3 goes here, and -3 here. Now, you want your distance to be bigger than 3. So if the distance from 0 to 3 is 3, bigger than 3 would go beyond 3. So 3 and beyond. Now it's open circle because there's no equal to sign. So this is a distance that's bigger than 0. Anything above 3 is bigger than 3. Now remember this absolute value, meaning that the distance from 0 going this way is more than 3 also. So this would be going from here going this way because that distance would be more than 3. Counting from 0, if I count out this way, all the numbers beyond 3 are greater than 3, which is what this is asking. Now if you translate that into 2 inequalities, this first one over here is x is less than -3, and this one over here is x is greater than +3. Now one thing I do want you to notice here is this. When we took the absolute value bars off, oh, by the way, this is an or. Okay. When we took the absolute value bars off, this one is basically the exact same thing as what's written up here without the absolute value bars. Same thing over here. This matches what this is without the absolute value bars. Now the other side, when this 3 turned into a -3, notice the inequality flips over. Same thing over here, the inequality flips over. Now, the nice neat thing about this is this will always meet that kind of pattern. So when you take the bars off, just rewrite it, and then rewrite it with a negative and flip the sign over. And that's a representation of that, okay? So I just want to give you the reasoning why that worked out. So now, that reasoning took 5 minutes. The solving will go actually faster than that. So this one, first thing is that the bell rang, so I will wait for a little bit. All right, so to approach this one, what you're going to do is this. First off, absolute value bars are isolated. There's nothing on the outside of them, so what I can do is I can take them off right away. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to rewrite this as 2x minus 14 is less than 18. So if you notice, all I did was I took the bars off and rewrote the inequality. Now you're going to have a second one over here, 2x minus 14 negative 18, and you flip the inequality over to make that true. Now the reasoning behind that is just basically what we did over here, okay? So we got two inequalities, now you just solve both of these. So add 14 plus 14, you get a 2x is greater than, it's going to be a negative 4, divide by 2, x is greater than negative 2. Other side is add 14 plus 14, so you get a 2x is less than 32, divide by 2, x is less than 16. All right, next step, make sure you know how to graph it because some teachers have you memorize less than and greater than. I'm more of the sort where you need to know exactly why it works that way. So go ahead and graph it first, and then you'll know if it's an and or an or. So smaller number on this side, negative 2 is smaller than a 16. Negative 2 is an open circle because it's not equal to. X is greater than or equal to negative 2. So that's going to go to the right. 16, open circle also. Less than 16 is going to the left. So you are shading in between these 2 points. So this is an and. Technically, this is correct. Some books and teachers do want you guys putting this together into one big inequality, which will look like this, with the x in the middle. Bigger number here, smaller number here. X is greater than negative 2, so that symbol will go there. And your x is less than 16, so that symbol goes that way. And that's how you would put it together. Know how to write it in either one of these forms, and you should be good to go. All right, and I'll do one more, then this video will be done. Okay, so this one. Now the absolute value bars are not isolated. You have a negative 3 and a positive 8 on the outside. So what we got to do first is isolate the absolute value bars. So I'm going to subtract 8 first. Minus 8. So negative 3, absolute value, 6x plus 54, less than or equal to negative 72. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Quick explanation too. What this actually says is negative 3 times the distance from 0 of all of this stuff plus 8 more is less than or equal to negative 64. So our first step is I don't like all this stuff on the outside of the distance from 0. I just wanted to say the distance from 0 is less than or equal to a number over here. That way we can approach it like this one over here. The distance from 0 is less than 18. That's when we can split it. So all this multiplying by 3 and adding 8 stuff on the outside of the absolute value bars is a little bit extra stuff that we don't want to worry about. So what we're doing is we're cleaning it up. Okay. So next step, we're going to divide by negative 3. So you get the absolute value of negative 6x plus 54 less than or equal to, what is that, 24, positive 24. Okay. Now that we have this, we're good to go because we have the distance from 0 of all of this stuff is smaller than or equal to 24. So I know that all of the stuff on the inside, so negative 6x plus 54 is less than or equal to 24. But I also know it has to go in the negative direction also. So it's going to be negative 6x plus 54. And you got to flip the sign over, negative 24. All right. If you've already memorized what you're supposed to put in the middle, that's fine. Or you can wait until afterwards to throw it in there. So we're going to subtract 54 minus 54. So that's going to be negative 6x is greater than or equal to 60, 78. Is that right? Hold on a second. I don't remember there being a fraction. Yeah, that's right. So it'll be, so divide by negative 6, divide by negative 6. 6's are gone. X. Now remember, when you divide by a negative, you got to flip the sign over. So 78 divided by 6 is 23. No, 13. Okay. So 6 times 3 is 18. 6. Yep. There you go. X is less than or equal to 13. Okay, other side, we're going to subtract 54. So negative 6x is less than or equal to, what is this, negative 30. So divide by negative 6. So x is, flip the sign over because you divided by a negative. That's in a previous lesson. 30 divided by 6 is a 5. All right, so make sure they're both negative. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Draw your number line. Bigger number on the left. I'm sorry, bigger number on the right, smaller number on the left. So 5 is smaller than a 13. So it looks kind of backwards there, but it's a number line, so that's the way you're supposed to do it. Both of them are closed because there are equal signs. And it should be x is less than 13 and x is greater than 5. So this goes in between, and that is another and. Alrighty. And that's it. Okay. Also know how to put these together if you need to. So x is less than or equal to 13. And there's a 5 here, and x is supposed to be bigger than a 5 or equal to, so that's your answer. So that's how you do those. So yeah, okay. And make sure you guys figure out what problems you need for me to do tomorrow, and also the topics that you would like for a YouTube video. Okay, bye-bye, and good luck with your homework.